grant Lucy the eternity she wished for. This guy finally stepped outside. Was immediately greeted by the chilly wind about him. While zipping up my jacket, I looked up towards the sky. I spotted a glint of sunlight shining through the cracks between the clouds. For some reason, I found that spectacle memorizing. It was truly breathtaking. Okay. Even on this cold day, I'm sure Lucy would have loved to see this sight. Just thinking about it made me laugh. Hey, so you realize she's like right there going beepity boop, I'm gonna touch that snoot. You can't deny that could happen. Fading to white. Don't tell me this is gonna lead to the 5-minute curse I'm hating to freaking bring to. Oh. Yeah. How? Is this the freaking 5-minute curse? First I finish one series, then I'm on the list. And this happens. I wish I could share the audio, but due to YouTube's mighty copyright system, hooray! What fun! Yeah, thanks guys. That's for me to freaking do. Right? Oh. Extra unlocked. An old man's wish. Okay. How we can actually freaking check the what? Freaking I don't know, extras? What? Ah? Let me just see what happens to that afterwards. Let's go to extra. Oh. Man's wish? Okay, let's see where this goes. I'd actually like to know. It was an early morning. Chirping of birds could be heard through the window. The old man who was a light sleeper, slowly opened his eyes. Lazily sitting up in a bed, and scowled at almost blinding sunlight. Then he slowly rose, walked over to the windows, and closed the curtains. As the curtains came to a halt, everything became quieter as if he had muted the television. Darkness engulfed the 16 square meter sized room. Actually, a decently big room. I'm correct. 1 meter is like a little over 2 feet. US feet to be exact. And 3 meters is like about 10 feet. Okay, it's to be exact, is a little over 9 feet. Prove me wrong if you want to freaking do the math. But it should be like barely over 9, like a little over 9 feet, but under 10. If you look at it, that's still a pretty damn big room. Saying that, what, 16 square meters? Hell. Even after opening his eyes, the old man continued to sit up in his bed, staring into empty space. So me, every time I was in school. Like, I'm a kid. When I was in school, I was like, fuck. I have to go to class today. I don't wanna, but I have nothing better to do. Fuck. He appeared. He hadn't fully woken up yet. Mind version. There was a sudden knock at the door, followed by a feminine voice, oddly devoid of emotion, which caused the old man to snap out of his trance. The old man slowly moved his gaze towards the entrance of the room with an indifferent stare. A woman young enough to be his granddaughter made an appearance at the door. This is ready. The words lacked the kindness expected in such a familiar relationship. And the formal rigid minor was reminiscent of how an employee would address their superior. Sakes, even I show more emotion. What the hell? Even to my managers, I show more emotion. Like, what the fuck? Bring it here. Obeying the old man's order, he quietly entered the room. Oh. This has to be a freaking different model. He placed the food upon the fold-up table inside his bed. It was a light meal consisting of toast with scrambled eggs and bacon, and a lovely salad containing a wide variety of vegetables served with coffee. So I'm guessing this dude's most likely in a hotel? Maybe? I don't fucking know. Instead of expressing gratitude for bringing his meal, or giving a morning greeting, the old man decided to say something else. What time is it? Apparently, 6:12 a.m. Sucker, I was up long before that in high school. Not even fucking kidding. I was actually up like what, 5 in the morning every day. Like at my youngest was like middle school. Holy hell! Now look at me. I don't even get up till like what, 6 in the afternoon, 6 p.m. Like, I'm not even kidding. Years later, yes, finally got the sleep I needed. Esther has woken up 4 minutes later than average this month. Her voice sounded whatever that word is, unnatural and drill. Oh, yet the old man does not seem to mind. So mine was actually relatively close. Lifting his cup of coffee from the table, he took a sip. Ah. The balance between the amount of coffee mix and water was nothing short of perfect. Yes, and you're telling the guy who doesn't drink coffee? Please, go on. He was aware of how old the man preferred his coffee, and had between providing the same coffee every day without fail. Not just the coffee. Breakfast laid out before the old man was also the rest of a carefully calculated balance between his tastes and requests require nutritional intake. Silveroids? Why is it a silveroid? Is there like a somewhat class system with androids here? If there is, then okay, I understand that. There has to at least be somewhat of a what class system, like there's like in Star Wars where they categorize it in numbers. Yes, I'm using Star Wars for all of you who don't know. They like categorize in like what? I think like four or more categories. For example, R2D2 from Star Wars is a astromech. You just place him into like a ship, and he'll like do all the calculations, and then a C3PO is a slightly different one, I think. Which he does like translating shit and all that. I don't know the exact system since I don't. I'll have to relearn that a little bit. Either way, getting back to this thing. Androids that specially care to the elderly. Okay? They're specially designed for people that are older or good. With the changes in society, the advancements in technology, traditionally familiar duties are becoming outdated. What that shit? What happened eventually? Isn't the family still come to see the freaking elderly and shit? Fine. Nowadays, it's rare to see people taking care of their aging parents themselves. Sense. In some cases, only in some. Instead, they would gift them a premium silver droid as their designated caretaker. The old man once more skimmed through the newspaper article he'd read a few days ago. It said that the gratitude of the offspring correlates to how advanced the Silveroids model they spent their parents. Eh? What if they can't pay for it? One in front of him was a PIM series model. Well, PIM model. Undoubtedly considered one of the best out there. Master. Seeing the old man had stopped moving, the android voiced her concern. I'd like to know what happens after they die. Do they like bring the Silveroid in, or what? Something has to happen. Those words, the old man awoke from his daydream and proceeded to carry a piece of toast to his mouth. Crunching down on the familiar crispiness, he began to reminisce about the past. Trying to remember Lucy. Now that I think about it, it's been quite a while since you first arrived here. There wasn't any visible reaction from the android. He continued to stare into the air while muttering a rigid pose. Maintaining a rigid pose. What has it been since you arrived? It has been exactly 10 years. Fuck. That's a really long time. Let's see. I'm sure flies. She was a patient. She was a present his son had bought for his birthday after the old man retired from his work. Technically, the android in front of him was not the same model he'd received back then, but an upgraded version of it. Update. Whenever the old man's birthday is nearby, his son would regularly send a new revamped of that model. I see that as kind of like a waste of money, personally. Like, come on, unless they're like cheaply made and like relatively high quality. Come on, how many androids do you really need? like personally, I'd be okay with one. Me personally. But from here, I think it'd be the best time to end the episode. So, I hope all you guys have a great, wonderful time and a great day too. We'll check shit more later. So, see you guys next time.